Okay, so we are recording. I'm using Google Drive for this. So let's see. Okay, so welcome to tonight's team call, everyone. I'm excited to talk to you guys. Hopefully I don't talk too fast because I get excited. But I don't know, like I always say this, like it's just such an exciting time to be a coach and to be a part of such an innovative and fun company. I just received like my diamond stuff for our diamond team this week, like my recognition. And it's just, you feel appreciated and you get to see, it's just a shirt, but like so much went into like building like a diamond team and so much more is going to go into to continue building a bigger, team organization. But, I love coaching so much and I'm so happy that all of you have joined us and you guys are all on this mission with us. And yeah, so today I wanted to talk about how to earn your way to Coach Summit. So it's been on my heart for such a long time, and I think it's going to be my 4th summit, and it's been really sad because I wish more of our team could be with us. Our team really didn't start growing until last year, even though I have been coaching for it's 3.5 years now. And so realistically speaking, if you're building and growing, every year you should have at least 10 to 15, even 20 more of what you had the previous year at events. It's just kind of what's supposed to be happening and that hasn't been happening. And so I feel like this year, I want it to be our first year where we all get to meet each other and we all go to Coach Summit. Coach Summit is one time a year. And I just want to speak from my personal experience. I know it can be kind of expensive, especially if you guys are just starting out as coaches, or if your monthly income with your Beachbody income isn't enough right now. But to be honest, I have never missed a summit, and I've always made it a priority, and I've told my husband months in advance. He just knows I'm in this for good, and so he knows that it's only one time a year, so he can't really say no. And I do tell him with time, and we do what we have to do so that I can go. And last year, Camilo was only I think 5 months and I was still breastfeeding him and I still went, but it was so worth it. And my first 2 years, I basically became a coach because financially, I needed the income. I saw the business opportunity, I saw the financial opportunity, the financial freedom. So that was one of the biggest motivators for me. But my first 2 years, I still put everything on a credit card. That's how serious I was. And so here I am. Last year, I paid for my full trip. I'm getting chills right now, in cash. And last year was my first full year. I stayed home last year. So I actually didn't have another job other than Beachbody, and I was still able to make it happen. And so I just want to empower you and motivate you and tell you, you guys can do this. And I want you guys to be there. I can show you videos and tell you my experience and everything, but why not be there with us? Why not be there with your team? Show people that, I'm sure there's people that follow you that are considering coaching and stuff. And so the biggest thing that I've ever learned from Jenny Johnson is that if you want your team to get to events, if you're I want my coaches to go to events because I know how important it is, you have to be the first one to be there. You have to lead the way. And that's why I've never missed an event. And, sure, sometimes life happens, there's deaths in families or whatever, there's certain circumstances, but for the most part, I really feel like everyone can make it happen and we still have time. And so this call, hopefully it'll give you a little bit more insight as to how you can break it down financially. You need to start hustling now. Whatever you've been doing up until this point, double, triple that activity if you want to be there with us. It's in Nashville, Tennessee this year. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so just some quick recognition. This is our April Success Club leaderboard so far because I know that you guys are going to hit higher numbers. So Sarah is leading the way. So she's currently at Success Club 6, giving you some accountability, and I think you can hit 10 this month. Nicole, you're at 2, and I know that you can make it to 5. You can probably even make it to 10. Myself, my goal is 10. Working with a few people right now to get started this week. And Anna Edis, congratulations for selling your first Shakeology bag, helping your first customer get on Shakeology. You just need 2-3 more people and you get to hit Success Club 5. So I'm very proud of everyone. I love it when I see other coaches from our team on our leaderboard. So if you guys keep on hustling and working hard, you'll actually make it into our Diamond Council leaderboard. So just in case you're wondering, in order to make it to the weekly leaderboard, like as far as volume, you need to have a personal volume of at least 300 or higher, and you'll make it. And that's probably like 2-3 challenge packs in 1 week, because one challenge pack, depending on the price of it, I think the volume for one challenge pack is either 110 or 130. So if you add 2 to 3, boom, your personal volume as a coach is over 300, and that is seen as high volume, and you get added to the leaderboard for some recognition. So that's always fun, and so that happens every week. Okay, so Coach Summit again. As far as dates, let me look at the dates. I know I've talked about this before. I've had a few calls in the past with more details. I think back in January, I hosted a big call of like kind of all the events that are happening this year. But you guys, like, again, it's one time a year, and honestly, it's such a blast. Like, first 2 years it was in Vegas. Last year was our first time going to Nashville. We had 25,000 coaches. We literally took over the city of Nashville. It was crazy. But it's just so fun to be able to travel with like people that get you, and you get to see like top coaches that you might be following right now on social media. You get to actually hear them speak in person. Tons and tons of training, like workshops. Like, I have notebooks of like every year. Like, I come back with like stacks and stacks of notes. Like, so nothing beats being there live. I mean, the workouts are crazy. Like, I got to do Turbo Fire last year with Chalene Johnson. That was kind of like a little mini dream, because I love that girl, and I had such a blast. I have a video of that too. That workout was freaking crazy. And so I just signed up. I bought my Coach Summit ticket on Sunday night, and this morning the registration for our tracks open. So I picked all of my training workshops, and then picked my 2 workouts. I think Friday 5 p.m. I get to work with Chalene. She's going to be doing Turbo Fire live. And then on Friday, yeah. And then Thursday, I picked one with Joel and Derica, which is one of our newly, Beachbody trainers. They used to be trainers, and then they left, and they came back. So they're going to have a killer workout too. So dates, it is in July. Let me look it up real quick. I'm going to mute someone. I don't know who it is. Oh. So the dates are July 28th through the 31st. So those are the dates. But I mean, of course, you guys always know that you can go to www.coachsummit2016. If you guys want more information. Again, I would love for more of us, at least 5 of us, if we could go. I really don't want to stay in a hotel. And if it's just me and Sarah that go, we probably are going to have to stay in a hotel. But last year we rented a house with other people in our upline team, and there was probably like 40 of us. No, I don't know, like 35, 40 of us. And it was a pretty big house. So that was super fun. And so staying in a hotel sometimes can be kind of hard with like eating, but we had a kitchen and stuff like that. So this is where you guys can get more information, top 10 reasons why to attend, pictures of everything you can possibly think of. So yeah. Okay, so what are the costs? And this can depend, obviously, we all live in different places, but I mean, with the hotel per person, I mean, it could be up to $300, and it could be a lot less if you share a room. So, I mean, if we go for 3-4 nights and we get like a decent hotel that's basically in downtown, so of course the costs are going to be a little bit higher if we stay in downtown Nashville. It could be anywhere up to $800, $900 total for one room, 2 beds, all that good stuff. But I mean, I've been to events where we have packed like 6-8 people in a room, because it comes with 2 beds, and we can get like extra pillows. Usually they have like pull-out sofas and all that stuff. So that can actually be really affordable. Like last year, I have on here that it's actually cheaper if we rent a house. I'm considering getting our house if a lot of us can go through Airbnb. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but people just kind of rent out their houses, and that's what we used last year. We stayed in a really, really, really clean house. It was super cool. Everything was new in that house. And I probably spent $120, and I was there for 4 nights. And me and Sarah got this big old comfy bed. We had our own private room. We had 2 other girls with us that were on a bunk bed, but they were super cool, and they're part of our upline team. And we had our own bathroom in our room, and it was a house, so it was a lot more comfortable than staying in a hotel, and it was cheaper. It was a little bit outside of downtown, but we Ubered everything. And we didn't pay a dime for Uber. Like Uber that weekend, I don't know, they had, probably because they knew that we had 25,000 people in that city, everyone was using Uber and Lyft. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's kind of like a taxi, but you do everything from your phone. And we didn't pay anything. Like we just kept getting like discount codes for coaches, and we didn't pay for transportation. So we probably saved like about 5 to 8 minutes of a drive away from downtown Nashville, which is where all the stuff goes on, like the Music City Center, where all the training workshops. We're in the sports arena for like the big events where Carl Diker comes out and talks, and you know, all that stuff. So it's cheaper to stay in a house. Flights obviously depend on how soon you get them, or you know, how close to the event you get them, because last year I didn't get them like around this time. I did wait like probably like 5.5 weeks before the event, just because Camilo was so little and I was kind of like, I don't know, just because we were, you know, breastfeeding. But my flight last year was probably like $500, but I worked my ass off to pay for that cash. So you guys can do this, okay? I believe in you. I hope that these numbers don't scare you. It's totally doable. So again, the flight can vary $300 to $400 depending on where you're flying from and how soon you get it. And I know that sometimes they say like on Tuesday nights, you know, airlines have like discounts and stuff like that, or they have good deals. And your summit ticket is $200. I paid $150. I don't know if it's going to go up to $200, but that's actually cheaper. Last year, I think we actually paid like $225 or something for our summit tickets. So I don't know if it's a little bit cheaper right now because it's early. So your summit ticket could range from $150 to $200, because I know that I think right now I got off the wait list. I was on the wait list, you guys. I waitlisted myself probably back in like, I want to say like September of last year, maybe. I'm not sure, but I just got off the wait list like last week. That's why I purchased my ticket on Sunday. So you guys will get off the wait list, because last year I remember like 4 or 5 weeks before the event, they're like, all right, we just opened up 5,000 seats or whatever, and people are always canceling. Like stuff happens, and so people cancel, so they make more room. But they are expecting, I'm pretty sure, 30 to 35,000 coaches. So there will be room for you. So in total, you're probably looking at $800 or less, give or take. And of course, that does not include food, but you know, we kind of have a system down. We usually take snacks with us from here. When we had our event in Vegas, which was a 4-hour drive from us, we were able to take more food with us. But last year, I honestly didn't even spend a lot on food either, like, because it's only me. Like, I'm not feeding like my husband and my child. Like, it's just me, so it wasn't that expensive. So we did have snacks. We took a lot of Shakeology, and I probably ate out once a day. So with Summit, I just registered today, and so at the end, you have an option to buy packaged lunches, but they're actually really good. We did this last year because in between training workshops, like this is a business event, so like you actually go and like sit for like anywhere from like I think 4 to 5 hours of like a lot of training from like top coaches, like social media, how to talk to people, how to run groups, how to develop leaders, like all that good stuff. And so they're back to back, so of course you're like hungry, so they have like breaks in between. They're called like intersessions or whatever. And so last year we bought like prepackaged lunches. They're $18 each, which I know probably sounds a little bit expensive, but it was really convenient because like there's a lot of people. Like when you get out of those training workshops, people are everywhere. And so sometimes we didn't have time to go to a restaurant and like wait in line to get our food. And so with that, since I prepaid for my lunch, like last year I got like a veggie wrap, and it came with like fruit, water, and like, I don't know, some like baked chips and stuff, which is like a perfect lunch. I got a ticket because I prepaid for that, and I just stood in line where they had my wraps. I gave them my ticket, and boom, I had my lunch. Did what I had to do, I ate, and then I went back to like our next training workshop. So it worked out really well, and I did that again today. So I paid for 2 lunches today. I paid $38, which I know sounds probably a little high, but it's totally worth it as far as like saving time and convenient, like walk. I don't have to walk everywhere to go find a place to go eat lunch. Okay, so what do I need to do, or what do you need to do to completely cover your costs using your Beachbody income? Not paying out of your pocket from your current job or your husband's income or whatever. because if I did this last year, you can do this too, okay? My husband was not going to let me go last year if I put something on a credit card. So I did pay for it all in cash. And I'm proud, like, I'm not bragging or boasting, but I'm just so proud to say that because the first 2 years it did go on a credit card. Okay, so earn Success Club 5 monthly. So if you earn Success Club 5 in April, that's 3 challenge packs, which that actually puts you at Success Club 6. So that's, and that it can vary. Obviously, the lowest commission that you can earn would be 120, but obviously we have challenge packs that are worth more and your commission is a lot higher. So that could range anywhere from $120 to $200 commission just in the month of April, okay? Hit Success Club 5 in May, again, the same thing. It could be 120 up to 200 plus anyone that stays on Shakeology HD, which would be another $32 on, you know, if you have all 3 people stay. I know not everyone stays. There's no perfect coach out there that has all of their clients stay on Shakeology monthly. But sometimes you get lucky and sometimes they end up loving it and you have people that are willing to invest in it monthly. So that starts to add up. Success Club 5 in June, 3 challenge packs again, $120 up to $200 in commission plus any HD orders from April and May. So it starts to add up, you guys. Success Club 5 in July, hit that 2 weeks before the event. You know, you can hit that in the first week so that you can get paid the second week of July and have everything paid for, because the event is at the end of July. Again, $120 up to $200 in commission, plus any HD orders from April, May, and June. So in total, you guys could earn up to $480 or $1,020 with a lot of the residual income that comes from people staying on Shakeology HD. Now, if you want to work a little bit harder and hustle a little bit harder, this was actually how I was able to pay for everything a lot quicker, which was hitting Success Club 10. Those were just my goals. But again, I just showed you guys can still do it by hitting Success Club 5, which is just helping 3 people a month get on a challenge pack. So Success Club 10 in April, that's 5 challenge packs. It's $200 worth of commission or more. It could be $200 to $250. I didn't write that on there, but you guys get the deal. Plus any HD order. So you guys kind of get the feel for it. So in total, if you guys hit Success Club 10, you know, these next, 4 months, you could earn up to $1,000 or almost $1,600. All you really need, I mean, if you want to buy, you know, workout clothes, like maybe a shirt or 2 while you're at the Core, because every year they have something called the Core, which is like a Beachbody mall that is freaking huge. And every year they release new workout shirts. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see this because you guys are probably looking at my screen, but, you know, Beachbody wear, Beachbody logo wear, like what coach doesn't want to wear the program that they're doing and proudly and, you know, cute workout clothes. So if you want to purchase some of that and have, you know, money for food, you're probably looking at either $800 up to $1,000. So if you guys start now and you're serious, you guys can pay for this with your solely with your Beachbody income. Okay, so a few more things that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you guys have seen, let me log into my back office real quick. If you guys hit Success Club 5 this month, you know, I'll go on Facebook. They are giving away a Shakeology apron. So I saw this in a group that I'm a part of, Beachbody Champions. You guys could all add yourselves if you're not a part of this group, but it has like 50,000, almost 50,000 coaches. But here it is. So earn Success Club 5 in April to receive an exclusive Shakeology apron. So I think that's super cute. So that's an incentive. We were talking about incentives earlier today in our messages. So Beachbody is always rewarding us with incentives. So, you know, if you guys are really serious about going here, they have this April, get a key to the Core. The top 250 Success Club point earners ranked diamond and above, and the top 750 Success Club point earners ranked ruby and below will receive a fast pass to the Core because, my gosh, the lines were so long last year. There's a lot of people that go. And this has to do with the Success Club trip in 2018, so we don't really have to worry about that right at this second. And then I think that's pretty much it, what I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I know that I kind of mentioned, I honestly can't remember, like mom brain, if I mentioned anything about my personally sponsored coaches hitting diamond and kind of what I wanted to gift you guys with. And so I was thinking, like, as a motivator, you know, instead of giving you like a gift card, like, I don't know, like I could probably give you, it could be $100, $150 towards your flight for Summit. I mean, that money could be used for Summit. Or if I can get enough people that go and hit diamond, I could rent a house for us, and your gift would be to stay for free in that house, and so you wouldn't have to pay for hotel or housing. So I'm just kind of thinking of a way of like trying to motivate you guys, because we all love incentives, and something a little bit bigger than just like, you know, like a workout shirt or a cute little workout mug or whatever, you know, or shaker cup, whatever they're called. And so I really like the idea of using Summit as an incentive. If you hit diamond, all you need is like 6 to 8 weeks of consistently sharing the business with people. I know it took us a lot longer to reach diamond as a team. I've always had more than enough coaches, but you guys will very much learn this. Like once your coaches hit emerald, I'm not in control of that. I can't control who stays emerald. So we've had, as a team, we've had more than enough coaches to be a diamond ranked team, but I can't control the emeralds that are in our team. They're in charge of that. They're in charge of having active coaches on their left and right. So that's that. But does that kind of help? Does that give you guys a visual of how you guys can earn your way to Summit? I mean, if you guys want to get like even more specific as far as like, let me see. Because I'm like a total like numbers person. So if I were to hit Success Club 5 in April, May, June, July, so that's 3, 6, 9, that's 12 people. If I invite 120 people to join my groups over the next 4 months, statistics say that 12 people will join one of my groups with a challenge pack, and I will earn up to, you know, anywhere from $500 to $1,000 depending on the residual income and all that stuff. Sarah, you're like frozen. Do you see her? She's like frozen, huh? Okay, so do you guys have any questions? No? Okay. Sarah, I don't know what happened to you. I don't know if you can still hear us. But, so that's pretty much it. I wanted to keep it kind of simple. And I know that you guys can do it. And I hope that a lot of us, at least like 5, 6 of us can go. It's hard. It's hard going to like big events and like not having your team there with you, because you see other people and they have like all their team there. And people travel from everywhere. People travel from like Puerto Rico and like Hawaii, Washington. Obviously, like we were like so lucky because we had it in Vegas, which is like a 4-hour drive. We're like Nashville. We're like, oh, we have to travel across the country now. But you know, so
I'm gonna try. I think money is just like the hardest thing for us, just because. I mean, it's like I can supplement with like my job, but it's also bills too. So I'm trying. I have 2 people that I got down for challenge packs. I'm trying to get them. And then I have a potential coach too, but she wants to try the Shakeology for a week, and she's military, so she doesn't have to pay anything. What?
Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, just keep those 2 people in mind and keep looking for more people, because if we keep all of our eggs in the basket, we're going to be disappointed, and then that leads to us, you know, getting frustrated and stuff. So I've learned from that the hard way. So yeah, I mean, you're doing a good job, and I'm going to share your story. Thank you for sending that to me. I'm probably going to share it either tomorrow or Thursday.
Oh. Thank you. Excellent.
All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for hopping on this call. I hope that it was insightful, and I hope that you have more of a visual and more like, okay, like, you know, I can earn it and you can show it to your spouse or whoever. Like, if I do this, like, I can go. And, you know, obviously we want to tell them with time and we want to respect them and stuff like that. But I would love it if we could all go, and I'm excited. And yeah, happy Tuesday. Thank you guys for hopping on. Have a good night.